was from the southern kingdom. From there we go to the social and economic. What do you understand by social? Social is how you relate to people. Are you understanding? Your relationships with people, while economics is all to do with money. Economy. It's all to do with the money. How you're making money in your kingdom or now is in the country. So because in the northern kingdom now we've said there was a lot of stability and secure, they were able to be prosperous. They were very prosperous. What do you mean by prosperous? Yes? It means that they had a lot of wealth. That's why Jeroboam II was able to expand, politically to expand the boundaries of Israel during that time in the northern kingdom. Because now they were prosperous and very wealthy. And you have to note, because we are talking about social and economic, this is because they had very many few what? Merchants. Few wealthy merchants. Or few rich merchants. They were very few, those who were what? Who were wealthy. They were few rich merchants. And then there were many people who were what? Poor. Many were very poor. Many were poor. And because many are poor and we have few rich, there was a big gap. There was a big gap between the rich and the poor. Let's say, for example, just in a school, not even in a school, in a class. Let's say a class has how many students? 40. Or let's just in a normal case, 30 students. And with these 30 students, 5 students are from a wealthy what? Families. And then we have 25 from what? Poor. And here I want to understand, what is poverty? Poverty means that you cannot be able to afford the basic needs, which is food, clothing, and yes. If you cannot be able to eat food daily, that means you're poor. If, for example, you cannot be able to go to buy clothes, you're wearing clothes which are torn all the time, that means you're poor. You see how in primary schools you see some kids who have, nowadays I don't see it, who have shorts which are what? Their shorts are torn. That's poverty. Or you find some students going to the primary schools without shoes. That's poverty. So that is what we call poor. If in a class we have 5 students who are wealthy and 25 who are poor, it means there is a very huge gap between the rich and the poor. That's why you'll find these 25 will be worshipping these what? 5. Now if the wealthy are few and the poor are many, that means these wealthy will be very bad people. They will behave badly, right? Because there is a huge gap. There is a huge gap. There is a gap between them. You find this student does not have shoes to come to school with. But there is another student who has how many shoes? But he's bought 4 new shoes every what? Term, and leaves them there in school. You see, there is a big gap. So that is what we are saying. In Israel, during the time of Jeroboam II, because we had few rich merchants. Merchants basically are like entrepreneurs, yes? And many were poor. There was a huge gap between the rich and the poor. And because there was a big gap, that means that there was oppressing of the poor. If in your home area, I want also to give you an example. If in your home area there is only one rich person, he's going to oppress you in that community, all of you. He can oppress you if he wants. He will tell you, if you want, I help your son, all of your family will have to come here and dig my shamba. Yes? He will tell you, you should give me your daughter. He comes to work as a servant in my what? House, just to help you. So because these rich people are very few, they started oppressing the poor. They started oppressing the poor because they live luxurious lives and other people are in poverty. So, and there was a lot of corruption corruption. Because if you have few rich merchants, they can easily maneuver their way. If, for example, a poor person had a court case against them, yes, they were able to easily pay in order to win. Yes, so during that time is the time that Amos came into power, because the moral standards of the people had gone down.